Hi, my name is Dr. Neena Biswas, and I'm running for U.S. Congress for Congressional District 26. I am a medical doctor, actually physician, and I have three medical specialties, which is internal medicine, geriatrics, hospice, and palliative medicine. I am also a small business owner and I run a technology company, which is a global firm, and we specialize in software. I have also worked with my local school board as a publicly elected school board trustee, so I am very interested in education. I would like to work on our freedoms and uphold our rights, and I align very closely with the conservative values.
Well, we have four questions from four groups, and the first one is from Wise Republic Party, and this is the question. What is the purpose of our government in the world, and what, if any, relations should we have with other countries?
I can answer. Okay. So I think, first of all, from just given the history of the U.S. in the world, I think it stands to be a supreme power, which I believe, gets respect all over the world because they have come in at many times and helped out with many different countries during war times, during famines, different types of help, whether it's medical or it's just humanitarian. So I believe that there is a lot of respect in that sense for the U.S. Now, what would be our relationships with these countries? I think that in terms of relationships, the U.S. is very blessed. We have a lot of resources, technology, and we should work on trying to improve our sustainability to a point that we are not dependent on any of the other nations.
Very good. Our second group is from the Southwise Republican Club, and this is that question. Immigration and protecting our national sovereignty are always talking points, but they never get solved. What would be your solution for creating a merit-based immigration system and protecting our borders?
Okay, so this is a point that really touches me, and the reason is that I am a legal immigrant, and I came to this country as a physician, and I was blessed enough to get a lot of training, really high-level, good training in very good U.S. programs that trained me to become one of the best in my field. So I'm very happy about that. And previously, I would think that the U.S. was an attraction for a lot of qualified people that came to this country to really contribute to society. Currently, with the immigration that is happening and which is happening through our borders, which is illegally, we have kind of lost that ground over there. And I do think it has to be merit-based, and this should be brought back because that's the way this country will go ahead. And we need the best to be in this country.
Very good. Our next question comes from the Patriot Society in Boyd, Texas. As an elected member of Congress, you will swear an oath to the U.S. Constitution to defend against enemies, both foreign and domestic. Will you author and support bills to defund the FBI and any other federal agencies weaponized against the American people? And if so, explain how you would accomplish that.
So I do think that we have issues with terrorism, whether it may be domestic, whether it may be foreign. I believe that before we try to defund any of the agencies, we have to look very carefully at where the issues are, because some of these systems have worked very well for us in the past. So we really need to find out, is there some other reason these are failing? Maybe there needs to be more severe governance, or maybe there need to be more input from the citizens of the country to say that, these are the issues and how do we resolve these issues. Of course, I do not expect that any institution that is there to protect the citizens is actually turning it around and doing the reverse. So in that case, I do believe we need a higher level of governance and transparency for that reason.
Very good. The next question comes from, and our last question is, the Wise County conservatives, based on your understanding of the U.S. Constitution, in what circumstances, if any, can a state lawfully nullify a federal action, a written law, or policy?
I may have to come back to you on that, but I believe that if any of the policies that are supposed to be in our Constitution, and basically I can speak for Texas with the Texas Constitution as well, it has to align with the Constitution of the U.S., of the country. If it deviates from that, and if it deviates to the point where, let's say, it is causing a lot of harm to its citizens or to the nation, as a whole, I believe that we would have some powers to override some of those policies. And basically, I think it usually will apply to if there are attacks on the soil, on the country soil, where we are really helpless, and the Constitution does not protect us in that sense. And that's why we have the Bill of Rights, and we have the Second Amendment and so on, which are put in exactly for those reasons.